How to play a screwback shot. It can be really difficult to learn, but as soon as you get that ball really spinning, it can seriously improve your game. This is Break from Life. Welcome back, and if this is the first time you've watched one of our videos, then it's fantastic to have you here. Playing a ball with backspin isn't enough to make it screw back. If you watch how many times this ball is spinning around before it actually starts moving in a backwards direction, it must do 5-6 rotations before it even moves. This is why a screw shot like this requires a good technique to be able to play it. Now, a mistake a lot of people make when they try to learn this shot is to line up straight shots where they'll have to get out of the way, and you don't want to do this. And if you want to avoid other mistakes, then why not head to the Break for Life channel page and check out our video, Win at Snooker When You Can't Even Play, as well as a load of other videos that will help you dominate at the game. And why not make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. This is the perfect sort of shot to learn screw shots on, because you don't have to get out of the way of the white when it comes back. You can just stay down on the shot. Now, when we're lining these shots up, what we do is imagine there's another cue ball next to the pink, for example, here, and if we take it away, we can see the point where the middle of the white needs to go to allow us to pop the ball. So we can line this up. Now, when you're learning these shots, the first thing I would suggest you do is play the shot with topspin rather than screw back, and then just get a feel for doing the shot like this. So push through nice and firmly like this, and now we're going to repeat the same thing on the screw shot so we can get to the black here. So we're going to try and get in this area here for the black on the same shot on the same line. So what we want to do is line the shot up in the same way. We want to pick our spot by imagining where the white will go. So we've picked our spot on the object ball. Now we're going to play the shot exactly the same as we just played the topspin shot. Not try to magically pull the cue back with some sort of magnetism and pull the cue away. You get the screw shot right when you follow through just like that. So using exactly the same technique as we used for the follow through shot, we hit the ball below center and got it to grip nicely, but we played it exactly the same as we'd play the run through shot. All increasing power really does is reduce the amount of spin over a distance like this. So to play this shot does require a lot of power, and that makes it a very difficult shot. And even though it looks like I played it quite well, if we slow it down you can see quite a few mistakes I had on it. To start off with, I'm going to hit the ball too fast. I'm going to be pulling it back, and as soon as I pull it back I've hit it already, and the cue is going to jump up in the air all over the place. But the thing on these sort of shots is ideally you want to keep your technique right and keep your cue going through in a straight line, but sometimes it can be difficult when you're playing a shot of this difficulty with this much power that you need on a screw shot like this. So let's look at the critical things you need to do to not only get a successful pot on a screw shot, but also to make the ball screw back the way you want to. And the first one of these things we're going to look at is just simply getting the cue through the ball. As I said, this generates all the spin. If you stop as soon as you hit the ball, you'll probably generate no spin whatsoever on the shot, and you'll at best get a stun shot and possibly miss the ball because of it. So what we do, obviously we're going to use same techniques to line the ball up. Now another thing worth mentioning on a shot like this, if I was to play this full power, as much screw back as I could get on it, I'd likely to finish around there where I just pointed my cue. But in fact I want to finish somewhere near the yellow, so you just got to work out how much pace you're going to play on the shot, and if the more pace you take out, the easier you make it sometimes. So the main thing to do on a shot like this is just make it easier and take the speed out of the shot. And as you can see, I played it quite nicely and I'm perfect on the yellow. The second critical factor is the pace you play the shot at. Sometimes it's very difficult on touch shots to play a shot that's firm enough to get the spin to react the way you want, whilst keeping your focus on lining the shot up. And this is why slow, draggy shots where you've got to play a lot of backspin but play the shot quite slowly and still get the ball to react are very difficult to play. And what I found has helped me a lot with this is layered pigskin tips. Have a look at the review I did of them, it's in the card right now, as well as advice on how to buy them. Now the next critical factor when playing a screw shot is keeping your cue as flat as you possibly can. Now sometimes it doesn't matter if you can't get it as low as you'd want, because I think everybody strikes down on the ball a little bit more than they'd want to, but if you are striking down on the ball too much, it will mean that the shot will be even more difficult than it already is, and you will end up trying to scoop the ball to play it properly, and this can lead to you miscuing it for a number of reasons. So what you want to do is keep your cue as flat as you can and play the shot straight, as well as remembering critical factor number 1, following through the cue ball, otherwise you're not going to get the spin you want on the shot. So we're going to keep as flat as possible and push the cue through the ball in a straight line and generate the spin. Now the final critical factor is really important still, and it's keeping still on the shot, not getting up off it mid-shot, keeping your head still, only moving your cue arm all the way through it, and trying to stop a bobble when you sort of strike the ball, because this will inevitably increase your chances of missing the shot. Being able to play shots with the correct amount of backspin around the pink and black spot can be critical to improving your break building power. Just remember all 4 critical factors. You need to follow through the cue ball to make sure you generate the spin, playing the shot at the correct pace, usually I'd say the minimum speed you can get away with without causing the spin on the cue ball to stall. Keeping your cue as flat as you can on the shot, because striking down on the ball can massively increase your chances of missing a pot. And remember to stay still on a shot like this, because any movement will inevitably mean you miss, and you're likely to strike the ball too high and not get the spin you're looking for. If you're looking for a good way to practice shots like this around the pink and black spot, then why not try this video, how to practice snooker? Or if you're looking to improve your technique, try our video, how to stand in snooker. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. See you later.